Yo, what's going on, boys? Today I am doing a hero fun tier list. That means how fun I think the heroes are, personally, me. So this stuff is all my opinion. You might not agree with it. Your list probably looks completely different, but this is where I'm at. Alright, so before we get into the list, real quick, I want to give everyone a peek at my heroes here so you can kind of get an idea, because I play like everyone. I have my mains, obviously, but I play a little bit of most of the characters. You're gonna get a brief look at my fashions here. I'm gonna do like an actual fashion video because people have asked me about it. Warden, rep 25. This was my original main back fucking forever ago. I just played Warden. Peacekeeper 11, Centurion 16, Black Prior 21. Here's the actual outfit. I'll give you all a peek. Gryphon 8, Conq 8, Lawbringer 24, Gladiator 14, Warmonger 7. My Raider is at 14. My Zerk is at 19. My Highlander is at 26. This is what I'm rocking these days on the Highlander. Jorm is at 13. Warlord is at 12. Valk is at 16. Shaman is sitting on 21 from when I was a duels and brawls sweat. I just played a lot of Shaman. PG is sitting at 6. Like some of the newer heroes, I don't have rep 7, but back in the day, I went through and like purposefully rep 7'd everyone, excluding Aramusha. I never did Aramusha because I just anyways, yeah, VG not quite 7. Kensei rep 9. My Orochi is on 44. You know, we rock the all black outfit. Shinobi is on 31. Hitokiri 8. Sohei 3. My Shug is at 11. The Nobu, the main, rep 81, just because she is my main. I'll show you guys all the outfits that I have right now. Musha, I've just never been able to make myself play this character, dude. It's rep 2. Got Kyoshin on 10. Got Orochi to rep 3. Tiandi's on 9. Nuxia's on 8. Zhanhu's on 8. Zhanhu is on 15. Shaolin's on 12. Juren's on 4. Pirate's on 12. Afeera's on 14. And then Khatun, she's on 15, but I mean, especially once my Nobu's 100, I'm just gonna be on Khatun. Like, I didn't play the game for a while. Here's the outfits, but I didn't play the game for a while when she came out, and I made myself learn her, and she's just she's so much fun, dude. The Medjay is on 13. He is one of my favorite heroes in the game. He's just really bad, unfortunately. And then Ocelotl on 6, and Virt is on 20. When this character came out, I got her to rep 20 so fast, I barely remember it. I don't know what I was doing at the time. Apparently just playing For Honor. And then I just haven't like touched her since. I got her to rep 20 and just fucking stopped. But that is all my heroes. So now we'll hop over to the tier list. All right, so I have it sorted here by having a blast, mostly highs, high highs, low lows, decent time, and mostly lows. And then one more thing here before we get into this. I'm like a TikTok player, okay? I used to do TikTok back in the day. It's been a while. I forget what my name is on there. Someone could maybe find it. I doubt anyone will, but... So I like to play in a flashy way. Like, just because I can get on Shug and just like press heavy and win the whole game, or Hitokiri, I would consider that fun because I can literally just sit there and press. Personally, like to do like cool shit, so I probably won't be putting them in like high tiers. I could honestly make this tier list twice if I did one about like not tired and one when I am tired, because you know, when you're really tired, dude, just like hopping on Shugoki and like pressing heavy is a great time. But if I'm like, I actually got some energy to burn, I'm just never doing that. I'm fucking falling asleep doing that shit. I'm gonna try to do more so like if I'm amped and I'm wanting to play, I'm not like falling asleep on myself. So real quick, I want to give a shout out to this gentleman right here, PMOC Go. Looks like he's playing some Skate 3. That's kind of tough. Anyways, I was gonna do this video a while ago, back when I did my Dominion tier list like forever ago, and I just never did. He commented something about it and reminded me, and here we are. So shout out to him. But let's get into it. All right, straight out the gate, my original main, Warden, right? I kind of want to just put Warden in decent time, because like half the reason I enjoy playing Warden is because it's Warden. Like, you just, personally, when I'm playing Warden, I just feel fucking cool, dude. Like, he just looks so damn cool. But realistically, when you're playing Warden, you kind of just like do zones and like unblockables and try to external people with the unblockables. He does have thrilling, so I mean, I don't know. I think I'll actually bump him up to high highs, low lows, because he does have thrilling and he has that catapult. So, you know, sometimes you can make a little crazy play with thrilling. Maybe you get an anti-gank and you throw someone over and you drop the catapult on them. Like, that always feels good. I find that to be really fun. But most of the time, the only thing that I'm doing on Warden that's really, like, doing something for me is maybe I, like, get someone in a bash mix and then feign a bash into a light parry or something. Alright, yeah, that's gonna be where we leave Warden for now. And I'll order this at some point, but for now, I'm just putting them in the tiers. Alright, next we have Conqueror, okay? And Conqueror is gonna be my first bottom tier because I don't like this character. He's like okay to play, but his whole thing is just existing. And like, I can just play Nobu and feel way better and have more fun when I just sit there and exist. I don't know, Conq just like doesn't die, man. Like if someone is playing that character right, using his full guard and all that shit, like that motherfucker just sits there and lives. And it's just, I don't know, I don't like playing him that much. Like it can be fun to just sit there and like spam his chain. That shit's crazy, but I personally, like, I don't know, the one thing he does have that I actually have a lot of fun with is the deflect. Like the deflect and the bash. That shit is pretty cool, I gotta be honest, but my character's kind of boring. Alright, next we got Peacekeeper, okay? Oh, where do I want to put Peacekeeper? I think Peacekeeper also has to go in high highs, low lows, because she can be like a lot of fun in duels. Her mix, you kind of just get to do whatever you want, to be honest. And, you know, she does have like kind of cool deflects. Like you can do the dagger cancel into a deflect, and you can like kinda deflect hyper armor like Shaman. I don't know, but in Dominion I find myself in situations with Peacekeeper a lot where there's just not a whole lot I can do. Like her externals aren't very good. Her deflects are just Shamans, but kind of worse. I don't know, she can be like super fun when she's working, but there's just so many situations where I just wish I wasn't on Peacekeeper. I'd rather just be on like Orochi. So I don't know, we'll put her in high highs and low lows. Next, alright, this is one of my go-tos, so I'm just gonna have to smack him into the top tier. Where do I start? Alright, grenades, bombs, like my whole kit aside, I can just run around and throw bombs at people the whole game, and that's just fun as shit on its own. If we're talking Lawbringer's kit himself, like when you get triple heavy perks on him and you get righteous deflection and you toss on second wind, like if you can parry an attack here and there, you just don't die. It's so much fun. He does occasionally have a low if you're fighting like a comp stack and they just know how to not allow you to play into your strengths. But you know, I'm not really going to count that because most of the time you're not fighting a comp stack. It's usually just matchmaking where people feed revenge, and you can just have so much fun on Lawbringer. You get revenge without dying. You can get multiple revenges without dying because it's so hard to kill him. You get a revenge knockdown and blow someone up with a bomb. In a 1v1, you just like throw someone into a wall and blow them up with a bomb. He has the impale. That shit is so fun. Long arm, like, you know, someone's in revenge, you parry their light and long arm them, their whole revenge is just gone. Like, just so much shit that happens on Lawbringer that's just so much fun, and I love playing Lawbringer. So yeah, I'm feeling having a blast for Lawbringer. All right, for Raider, I'm just right off the bat, I'm just feeling decent time. Like you can pick people up and throw them off. His mix can be pretty fun, but I don't know, Raider, he's definitely got like the Vanguard effect in my eyes, where you just kind of, there's not too much exciting stuff that can happen when you're playing him. It's kind of just some regular For Honor. It's just a decent time at best. I like playing against Raider because there's like a lot of opportunity to do cool shit, but actually playing Raider himself, I mean, it's just like Shaman without like the really high highs. You can have a kind of decent time if you just go into Dominion and like only use the fucking orange moves, just external people, and like when you're ganking someone, make them guess every 3 seconds. But other than that, I mean, he's just like some regular ass For Honor. I don't find him to be particularly exciting. All right, now Warlord would go straight into the bottom. However, High Fort exists. So I'm going to put him in high, low, lows, more so based on not his kit, but map. Like, depending on what map you're on, Warlord can actually be so much fun. If you're on High Fort, you just sit there and just ledge people the whole game. But the entirety of his kit is low lows. Like, don't get me wrong, there's this, people think Warlord is horrible. Warlord really isn't horrible. He's actually really good at what he does. It's just what he does is literally just sit there and exist and do nothing. That's what Warlord does. He has like the zone, that's about it, other than living. I don't know, I don't find playing Warlord to be very fun because once again, I can just get on Khatun or Nobushi and just like exist in a way more fun way than just standing there and being a house. I don't really find that particularly fun, but like I said, sitting there ledging people all game can be really fun. So for that, he is going to be in high highs and low lows. All right, Zerk is going in decent time. Before the most recent update, he might have gone a little higher, but Warlord can be kind of fun if you're sitting there like in a duel, like hip switching and stuff. Just sitting there mixing people and they can't hit you can be a kind of good time. But he's not great in Dominion, and them removing his ability to deflect off of a dodge attack, like you dodge attack straight into a dodge and like deflect something, you can't do that anymore. And being able to be in the battle and like deflect into stuff and stuff like that is like the most fun part of Deflex. That's why I love Khatun so much. So he's kind of just like straight trades now, and I don't know, it's just, I don't know, Zerk is just kind of, you just kind of sit there and you like feint stuff. Like it's an okay time. It's not horrible, but there's not a whole lot of fun shit going on. So far, this tier is getting kind of overfilled, but Valk is going to join high highs and low lows. I love Valk. Back before her rework, when you could feint heavy directly into a bash, her and Nobushi were like the only two characters I played. She was so much fun. I still do really like playing her just because, you know, you can deflect into a guard break, you can deflect into the pin. She has crushing counters, which just immediately makes her way more fun. Her like target swapping is pretty fun. You can do some cool stuff, but she has really low lows because you just get into duels with people where literally all you can do is just like sit there and use your full guard mix up, and that shit is just so boring, dude. Sometimes you just get on Valk and you feel like Bingalations are just like going around the map like slaughtering everybody and like never dying. Other times you get on Valk and you just sit there and like die. At least me personally. But she is really fun for the most part, so I'm putting her here. The only thing holding her back from mostly highs is how weak she can be in duels against someone that can react pretty well. Maybe if she had like an undodgeable heavy, that'd be nice, but it can just be really easy to exploit Valk sometimes. All right, Kensei is gonna go in mostly highs. I don't play a lot of Kensei, but dude, just so much fun, man. Like being able to just feint everything into everything was already like cool, and then they gave him side deflex. Dude, like I really should play some more Kensei. My buddy mains him, so usually I just let him play Kensei, but man, like you can do some cool shit on Kensei and it can be so much fun. Only problem is I like playing him in like the hen dog way. It's a TikToker, if any of you guys know him, but he just sits there and he'll use like his whole stamina bar on feints to like do one light attack, and it looks cool as shit and it feels cool as shit, but then you're just like out of stam and you did like 1 bar of damage. But Kensei is just so much fun, man. Like, so you can be so creative. It's kind of unfortunate because a lot of people that play Kensei just do like the same 3 things, but he is a really cool character. I love a character that like makes me feel like I can do whatever I want. So for that, mostly highs on the Kensei. Super fun character. All right, Shugoki for me is gonna go in mostly lows. The only thing he has that's really fun is the back break, to be honest. He used to be like kind of fun to play just because his duels were like so ridiculous with the headbutt. The headbutt is still really good, don't get me wrong, but now I don't know, I don't really enjoy playing characters that aren't very mobile. Like he has the super sprint, but just in a team fight people can space themselves in a way where you can't really do anything, and I don't really love that. Conq kind of has the same issue, but now he has that roll catch, him also being here. But just for how immobile Shug is, like if you're in a lobby against people that are just throwing themselves into you, it can be kind of fun, especially if you can just like sit there and press heavy and it works. For the most part, like in a normal, relatively skilled game of For Honor, I really just don't enjoy playing Shugoki that much. It's just a lot of like trying to hit people and not being able to, in my experience personally. So he is going in mostly lows. Now Roach, this is a tough one because this was right next to Nobushi and Khatun when it comes to fun for me. I used to love getting on Roach, but this most recent update where they did the same thing to him as Zerk, where you can't dodge out of your, like a dodge light anymore, just kind of kills the flow of the character, in my opinion. I get that like external dodge light spamming is annoying. I don't know, I enjoyed Orochi for that playstyle because it was similar to Nobu, but like with deflects, but now he is a lot less mobile in that regard, and I don't know, it kind of just changes his playstyle in a way that I don't really like. For that, I don't know, I haven't played him much since the changes just because it's, I don't know, I still feel like he deserves to at least be here, high highs and low lows, but I don't know, man, they really killed him, to be honest, in my personal opinion. All right, next we got Nobushi. Now she is just gonna be at the very top. I'm a rep 80 Nobushi, as I showed you guys earlier. She has always been my favorite character. The way she plays is just so unique and so free and allows for so much creativity. Like her kit is relatively simple and straightforward, but when you're in Dominion, the things you can do with it, choosing which dodge attack to use, choosing when to just dodge and hidden stance, choosing when to space yourself away and like when to go in, keeping people away from you, in like team fights, her ability to gank the ever-living shit out of people. She's just so much fun, and I feel like a lot of freedom when I'm playing her. I feel like even though she is very weak in some situations, anytime I die on Nobushi, I don't feel like it's because I got exploited. Like maybe if I'm fighting someone who can just react to my whole kit, I don't necessarily feel like I'm getting exploited. I feel like I probably could have done something to win and I just didn't do it. And like I'm rep 80 on her and I'm still like learning stuff all the time. It's crazy. She's just so much fun. And she's like by no means the strongest anti-ganker. She's really not that strong at anti-ganking if your enemies are good. But you can find ways to do it like all the time. And it's just so much fun, dude. Pulling off an anti-gank on Nobushi against people that are decent is like such a good feeling, man. I just love Nobushi. She's my favorite. So yeah, top of the tier list. Love playing some Nobushi. She's a blast. All right, so I'm a fucking idiot and I really don't want to re-record this because I'm so far already. I had my face cam covering the tier list like a dumbass. My fault. You guys can see it now. I'm really sorry. That sucks. My fault, boys. You know, here it is now. You would have got to see the whole thing eventually anyways, but now, next, Centurion. I really enjoy Centurion, but I think I just have to put him in decent time here. His new feats like are fun. You can have a lot of fun on him when you have people. We're saturating it even more. I have to put Centurion in high highs, low lows. I really enjoy playing Centurion, but he has kind of the same problem I was explaining with Valk earlier, where like when he works, it is just so fun. Like you feel like a fucking monster. You're just unkillable, like making every read on your offense, just demolishing people. Bash, feint a bash into a light parry something into a wall splat, into a full charged bash. Like dude, it's just so much fun, like comboing the shit out of people. But Centurion also just finds himself in situations where there's like little to nothing he can do, especially team fights. Like if you're ganking, you know, the knockdown is decent. General team fights, he's good at surviving if you can get your parries, but and his like new feats really aren't good. They're fun, but they made him slightly worse in my opinion. I don't know what he needs exactly, but he's just a little useless in team fights sometimes. Like he has some strong tools, like his full charged heavy. People try to parry that shit and just completely miss the timing like over and over. Just in general, his team fights are just really bad, and his anti-ganks aren't like amazing either. He's fun. sometimes, and he's really not fun sometimes, and for that reason he's in high highs and low lows. Now Shinobi, I don't really have complaints here, but I'm just gonna put him in mostly highs because I don't find myself like drooling thinking about Shinobi. But for the most part, when you go into Dominion, playing Shinobi is a great time. I've always found him to be like an assassin Nobushi, kind of how I was talking about with Orochi, but like more so. You know, he's the same as Nobushi in the sense that it's kind of just blue-orange, and then he like plays space. Man, I miss old Shinobi like to this day. I don't know if any of you guys remember when he had like ranged attacks. That was my favorite character that's ever been in the game, even more so than like Nobushi and stuff. It was just so much fun, dude. I really miss that. Still get kind of sad about his rework sometimes, but I don't know. I have a lot of fun playing Shinobi. I just don't go out of my way to play him a lot. You can do great in duels. You can do great in team fights. You can do great in gank situations. His anti-ganking is really fun. Being able to just like dodge around and like toss little bits of damage in on people and like boom, deflect an attack and then hit this guy. Like, I love that play style. It's so much fun. So he's in mostly highs, but I think I just prefer Khatun and Nobushi to him a little bit, and that's the only thing really holding him back from being in the top here. Next we got Gladiator. I also want to put him in mostly highs, but I have to put him in high highs, low lows. He's so similar to what I was describing with Centurion. I mean, his duels are insane. His ganks are insane. His anti-ganks can be crazy. Like, they can be really fun. But unfortunately, I feel like in team fights, he's kind of useless. He doesn't really have like great externals. He has strong tools, but he kind of just like peels. I just find that in a team fight situation, he can kind of peel, but he can't, like, he doesn't have any crazy tools in the middle of a team fight other than just peeling. Like, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but you can't external people with your lights hardly. You can't really external people with your heavies. Besides like deflecting out of skewers, I feel like he's just very boring to play in a situation where there's like a bunch of people. But other than that, he's really fun. I love running around on Gladiator and just like ganking and dueling people. It's a great time. He's pretty busted, but when I find myself in a team fight situation a lot of the time on him, I'm like, man, I just wish I wasn't on Gladiator right now. Highlander does have some low lows, but he's gonna surpass that tier here, and he's gonna go into the having a blast tier. I love Highlander, dude. He's so much fun in Dominion. His ganks are like ridiculous. His duels are so much fun. He has so much like scary offensive pressure, and I love like feigning his stuff into light parries. You can do some like crazy TikTok clip shit on Highlander, and then, you know, if you're like with another Highlander, you do the infinite grab. Well, infinite until they get revenge. But he can peel like crazy. He can gank like crazy. He can anti-gank like crazy because he has heavy perks for some reason. I mean, fine by me. The only place he's a little weak, where he has like low lows, is if you're fighting someone that's really good in a duel. It can be like really hard to open up on him. If someone knows what they're doing, they can pretty much just keep you from getting into your stance and just kind of like pick you to death. But I mean, for the most part, like, he's just so much fun. You can play in a certain way in Dominion too, so you don't really have to deal with that. I love Highlander so much. He's always been up there next to Nobushi for me. I don't play him like a ton these days, to be honest, but I really miss old Highlander too, to be honest. Like, new Highlander is so much stronger, but if you guys remember like wave dashing and stuff like that, dude, so much fun, man. Wave dashing and just sitting there like dodging everything, and then like a stance exit light parry. Oh my god, dude. Highlander just has so much swag and aura. He's just so much fun, dude. He just has to go in the top tier. Like, I will never complain if I'm on Highlander. All right, now we gotta add another one to this tier. Shaman. High highs and low lows. So I love Shaman. Like, she's one of my higher rep heroes. You guys saw that. In duels, she is so much fun, dude. Like, her dodge forward and the light parries and stuff like that, because people don't see it coming. So much fun. Sitting there and deflecting hyper armor chain. So much fun. Like, if you guys have ever deflected like 3 Raider hyper armor heavies in a row, it's just such a crazy feeling. Insane clip potential. And it's so much fun to play her sometimes. but she is buns in Dominion. Like, she is just so buns in Dominion. I see people that make it work in matchmaking, but if you're against like a good team, a team fight situation, like you can kinda do stuff. Not really, because I mean, you mostly just have the bite and that gets peeled. In a gank situation, she can be really good, especially with like a Peacekeeper or Nobu or something, just because the bite is so crazy. There is just too many situations in Dominion where if I'm on Shaman, I'm just gonna really wish I wasn't on Shaman. And honestly, the only reason she's in this tier and not decent time, because this tier list is like specifically Dominion oriented here, not duels. Like this would be completely different for duels. She would be at the top, but in Dominion you can do some really funny shit with her, like the laying down emote with stealth, all the traps. Like, dude, sitting on a high fort and putting the stun trap on their bridge and just like killing someone that just walked out of their spawn. Oh my god, man, so much fun. And it really has nothing to do with actually playing Shaman, it's just her feats. But like, you can have so much fun playing Shaman on high fort, or like the guard break throw into the headbutt, just ledge someone from like the other side of the galaxy. It's so much fun, dude. But yeah, Shaman herself, not the most fun in Dominion, but she has a couple tools that make her a really fun time on occasion. Very map dependent. All right, next, Aramusha. Straight in mostly lows. I just don't like Aramusha, guys. Like, he looks cool. Sometimes I'm like, man, I want to like get good at Aramusha. Like, I'll watch someone just sit there and like chain their offense and then full guard a bunch of stuff and just be like a defense monster while also just like dishing out insane damage. That playstyle can be really fun, but I don't know. Like, now that I've always hated Aramusha, but now especially that like VG and Khatun exist, I would just rather play them. Probably like, what the fuck, Khatun? Like, what does Khatun have to do with Aramusha? It's kind of the same thing in my opinion. Like, the soft feint chain pressure, and then Aramusha has the full guard that can kind of get him out of trouble when his like chain doesn't work, and then Khatun has her like full guard that gets her out of trouble. The only difference is, you know, Aramusha's like stalwart, like he's standing there and living, and then on Khatun you're just in that shit, like you have to be in there to make it work, and I just prefer that so much over just like standing there and living. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just really biased. Aramusha has like always been my least favorite in so many metrics. I just don't like him, and people that are good with him like look like they're having a great time. They just sit there and never die and get so many kills. His soft feint heavy and like the grab is so good. I think on your guys' lists, this is probably not where he would be, but just for me personally, I don't like Aramusha, and there's just other stuff I'd rather play. Tiandi's going in decent time. I've never really liked Tiandi. He looks cool, and like the thought of playing him can sound cool sometimes, but when you actually get on Tiandi, you quickly find out that playing Tiandi is mostly just bashing and lighting, and it's just really not that fun. Stalling on him can be a great time. Like, it can be so hard to kill a good Tiandi that knows how to stall well. I don't know, other than like just dodge heavying around, he's just like really boring. I don't like the slowly chip people away with like orange blue essentially. It's just not like on Nobu. If I'm orange blue in someone, I'm doing like 2/3 of their health, and that feels great. But on Tiandi, when I'm just sitting there doing like 1/3 of a bar every attack, just so boring. And you don't have to play him like that, but if you want to do well on Tiandi, you really just gotta play like a dork and just sit there and bash and light. His feats are really nice though, I'll give him that. Like, you can stall like crazy on him, which is fun. I really enjoy stalling and anti-ganking. It's like the most fun thing to me in Dominion. But I just, like, in order to make use of those really fun feats, I have to play Tiandi, and to me that's just not like a great trade-off, so I don't find myself doing that a lot. So yeah, he's an okay time. That's about it. Alright, so Zhang Jun's kind of going to break some precedent here. Zhang Jun is very much a stand there and live character, like figuratively, because he doesn't really just stand there. You know, he's similar to Shugoki in a sense that you can just kind of like press shit on him and like kill people. And then he's similar to like Warlord, where his main thing is just surviving. But there's something about Zhang Jun, like he has a hidden stance like Nobu, and I love that. It's so much fun. The hidden stance is a blast. His unblockables, like, the externals you can do with his unblockables, you can actually kill people so damn fast with Zhang Jun, it's crazy. But I feel like Zhang Jun is genuinely like, he can look flashy, but I feel like he's genuinely one of the like easiest characters you can hop on in Dominion and just demolish. Like, I see a lot of people who are like decent at the game just get on Zhang Jun and become like a fucking comp player just based on like the raw power of just playing Zhang Jun. It can be so hard to kill him if you play him well. It's like really lame to play against, but when you're the one doing it, it's a really good time. The only real drawback is that it's genuinely too easy. Like, playing that character is too easy, and it gets boring at times. Just sitting there doing like the same shit over and over and just not dying and killing everyone. So I like some Zhang Jun in moderation. Too much Zhang Jun and I start falling asleep in my chair, but I do enjoy playing Zhang Jun. He's pretty fun. Nuxia, I enjoy Nuxia, but she's gonna go in decent time. Nuxia's fun if I'm like feeling fucking evil and I want to just like find some poor guy and emote on him so he keeps coming back to 1v1 me and I can just like sit there and ruin his life. Her anti-ganks are like okay, they're pretty fun, but her anti-ganks kind of hinge on like your opponents being dumb enough to walk into your caltrops or like playing impatiently. And I don't feel like a lot of the time I really earned an anti-gank with her. I feel like my opponents were just kind of bad or like impatient or dumb. I don't know, the trap is like fun, but it doesn't like feel that good. The only reason I enjoy Nuxia really is because she's just like stupid. Like, you can just go around and 1v1 people and not think a single thought and just like choose like, am I gonna throw it this time or am I gonna press X this time? You just walk around and just do that and win. That can be fun. Like, if you had a bad night on the game and you kept losing all your duels and you want to just like make yourself feel better, hop on some Nuxia and just walk around and beat everybody. But I don't know, she's in team fights not the most fun. In ganks, usually if you get a trap off, it just immediately gets peeled by your teammate and they get half their revenge. She can be really fun. She can have like high highs and low lows, but I don't find her highs to be quite high enough. I feel like she's kind of just fun sometimes and then really unfun sometimes. Nuxia in decent time. So I don't play Shaolin like ever, to be honest, but Shaolin's gonna go in mostly highs. It can be so much fun hopping on Shaolin. Deflecting out of his stance, super great time. His target swap pressure is like crazy. He has those flickers, if you guys know what I'm talking about. The flickers are awesome. But Shaolin has a lot of like clip potential. I find at times he can get kind of boring because, I don't know, it's just like orange blue without like any additional swag like Nobushi where I can like dodge around all cool, and then orange blue on Shaolin it's kind of just like orange blue a lot of the time. I don't know, I don't really enjoy him too much in like gank situations. Like, he's good in those situations, but it's kind of boring. In team fights he can be pretty fun. In anti-ganks he's definitely really fun. And I don't really love dueling with him. I mostly just really enjoy like anti-gank and team fight situations on Shaolin. Like deflecting out of your stance and like back into your stance into like a move and then back into your stance into like a deflect. That is what I'm imagining in my head when I'm thinking of playing Shaolin, and that is like really fun a lot of the time. Downside wise, I don't know. I just think it gets a little boring sometimes, but he is a really fun character in moderation, similar to Zhang Jun. So feeling mostly highs for the Shaolin. Alright, Blackprior is also going to join the ranks. He's going to mostly highs. Blackprior is just always fun because like no matter what you go against, you can just flip it. Like it doesn't matter what bullshit people are doing to you, you can just flip it. Blackprior is kind of like the great equalizer, I find. Like, you can obviously make the read on people trying to flip and like outplay it and stuff, but a lot of the time, like, if there's someone doing something and they're having a lot of fun and there's a Blackprior, like, he's just gonna show up and ruin it. And for that it is fun because you don't have to deal with like bullshit really a lot of the time when you're on him. You're kind of the bullshit destroyer. And like flipping whole teams, so much fun. His duels are like really fucking boring, to be honest with you, but any kind of anti-gank situation or even like team fights with Blackprior can be kind of fun. A lot of the time you just play like the babysitter when you do that, but other than his duels, I have a lot of fun on him. Getting like a good flip just always like fills me with dopamine, so feeling mostly highs on the Black Prior. Alright, Jorm is pure bullshit. He's also going in mostly highs. I really enjoy playing Jorm sometimes, similar to why I really enjoy Lawbringer, just a little bit less. Like if you're on Jorm and you're playing him right, you're just immortal, dude. Like his feats are so much fun, his gear perks are so good. It can be so hard to die on him. His kit, I love making people really scared with my really scary pressure and then being able to like feint it into parries and stuff, and it feels really good to do that on Jorm. He's a really fun feint to neutral character. So I really enjoy Jorm 90% of the time. I don't really enjoy Jorm when I'm ganking with randoms and matchmaking. I feel like a lot of the time his stuff just gets like messed up by them and it's kind of horrible. You just like give your enemy revenge, and he's not the best character against people with revenge either, and unless you're just like standing there parrying everything. I mean, his knockdown's pretty good if you can pull it off, to be honest, but I don't know. I don't play a lot of Jorm. On paper he's kind of boring because you just like throw bullshit and live, but when I'm playing Jorm, it's because I want to throw bullshit and live, and he's great at that, so feeling mostly highs on the Jorm. Hito has to just go in mostly lows. Don't get me wrong, it can be really fun to get on Hito and just like only throw heavies. Like just literally do nothing but throw heavies the whole game. The only time I'm ever doing that is if I'm like really pissed off. Even when I'm really pissed off, I really don't do that. Like, I don't even remember the last time I played Hitokiri. I don't know, the only thing on Hitokiri that's really fun is landing her 4th feat. I don't like people that are mobile are just gonna like get away from you. People that can react are just never losing to you in a duel. She's slightly fun due to how bullshit she can be, but other than that, she's just not fun at all. And if I'm like amped up and getting on For Honor, I'm never getting on Hitokiri. Like, there's just not a chance in hell I'm ever getting on Hitokiri. Zhanhu. I'm feeling mostly highs for Zhanhu. I was considering putting him in having a blast, but then I remembered what it's like to duel against a reactor on Zhanhu. I mean, I have those issues with Nobu and Highlander too, to be fair. So it's not just that, but I feel like he's just not... I really want to save that top tier for like my favorites, and he's not quite there. I don't play Zhanhu very often, but when I do play Zhanhu, you can just do whatever the hell you want on Zhanhu, dude. Like, you're just dodging around all over, hitting people with like the craziest externals on the planet for half their health. And then the biggest thing is his feats, dude. Like, you walk around and every like 30 seconds, you just get to pick a random person and just explode them and kill them. Like, when there's a Zhanhu on the other team, it can be so annoying because... like, if you make them mad in the first 10 seconds of the game, you're literally just dying to bullshit for the rest of the game. There's nothing you can do about it. I find Zhanhu to be really fun. He's just, like, easy. I think he's a little too easy. It gets boring. Just kind of, like, smacking people with externals and dodging around. Just a very strong character that can be very fun in moderation, but he's pretty easy and boring sometimes, so I'll play him too much. Warmonger, the only reason she's not going in mostly lows is because of her feats. I just don't really like playing her. She's just boring. Nothing in her kit really sticks out to me as fun. She kind of just like does shit. The only time I enjoy Warmonger is when I'm fighting against one, because like differing her lights and heavies is just fucking free, and I love parrying Warmonger chain lights, but she is just like, if I'm gonna do the level 1 to 3 bash mix up, I would rather just play Warden. I don't know, she's just really boring. The only reason I ever get on Warmonger is to just sit in mid and farm my feats the whole game so I can press my D-pad and win the whole game. She is good at that. Like, her 4th feat alone can just win an entire game, especially if it's like both teams breaking and you have a Warmonger 4th feat, like, you're not losing. But she's just, I don't find her to be very fun. She's just really boring. You can't really do anything that cool on her. Yeah. Alright, Gryphon's a hard one. I don't really have any complaints about Gryphon other than him being mind-numbing. His externals are like the most fun externals. It's really fun just getting on Gryphon and like pressing whatever the fuck I want and winning. And for that, I want to put him in mostly highs. I feel like I'm putting too many people there. but at the same time, like if that's how I feel like that's just where he should go. Gryphon is just the most like run-of-the-mill character. Like you can't really do anything that cool on him. He's pretty strong. He's just kind of boring, but he's like really fun when I play him. I just don't play him that often because he's like kind of boring and lame. I don't know. I'll put him in mostly highs because he is like really fun. He's just, like I said, he's just kind of boring and lame. Kyoshin is going in high highs, low lows. There's always like a little guy on my shoulder whispering to me to play Kyoshin, and then I play him and it's like kind of boring, but he looks and feels so damn cool with his like Kaze stance. I'll watch like a Subway Soul clip where he like sits there and is just getting the chain heavy out of stance that you can crush and counter with. Like he's just sitting there in stance, like hitting everyone and chain heavy crushing countering everything, and it looks so much fun. I don't know, realistically when I play Kyoshin it does not go like that. It's definitely partially a skill issue, but I find that when I play Kyoshin everyone just parries everything that I do, and for the most part the only thing I end up doing on him that's a lot of fun is ganking with his stance heavy. I don't know, I love the idea of playing Kyoshin more than actually playing him, but I feel like you can have like some really fun games on him when things are kind of going your way, and then, you know, sometimes they're not, and I just like am not having fun on him at all. So I feel like this is a good place for him to be. Oh, it pains me, but I'm putting Pirate in mostly lows, man. I'm not a comp confirm gank player. If I was, I'm sure I'd love Pirate a lot more, but that's really all she has anymore is like confirm ganks. I don't know what it is. Ubisoft can't find a way to make her not either like horrible and unfun or like too fun and too good and everyone wants to play her. It's kind of always been like that. She just jumps from like top to bottom to top to bottom. I feel like maybe now she's more middle of the pack than she has been. She's probably still closer to the top just because of like her confirmed ganking, but with her recent changes, like she just feels like horrible to play, and she already wasn't that fun because you kind of just sit there and do your mix, and I'm not the type of player that likes to just sit there and do my mix. I get bored of it. I want to like feint to neutral and shit and like go for cool plays and clips, and that's just not something you really do on Pirate. When you get on Pirate, you just fucking throw shit at the enemy until they're dead, and it's like really strong, so they just die fast. I don't know, Pirate is just not really my type of character these days. When she could dodge heavy out of dodge heavy, I did enjoy Pirate. It was fun just like flying around, doing like a dodge heavy into a dodge heavy into like a side heavy with hyper armor that you target swap and you fucking fly across the map with that shit. That was fun, but these days she's not quite like that anymore, and she's just boring. Like I never get on Pirate. Medjay. I'm gonna put him in decent time. He should probably be in mostly lows just because Medjay is bad. Like he is really bad these days. I love Medjay. I'm really nostalgic for the time period that he came out. Back in those days, you just like run around in Dominion, and that's when I was first getting into Dominion, and I didn't really know shit about it, so I would just play Medjay, and like my friends would do confirm ganks off of my grab. I would just sit there and like grab over and over. Good times. He can be really fun to play. Them adding that zone that lets you switch between your stances was awesome. That shit is so fun, but he is just like the worst duelist. Like I would rather be in a duel against somebody while I'm on Nobushi than Medjay. It's just so easy to beat him. Like his duel pressure is so bad. I don't know, the main thing I really enjoy about him is like target swap dodge heavies. Like if you figure out how to external those well, you're just a fucking like helicopter of doom spinning around in the fight hitting everyone. That is fun, and the fact that he has thrilling comeback and then that throwing axe are also really fun. I just find that he is very held back by how weak he is currently. Back in the day when he was like top of the tier list, dude, he would be having a blast. I fucking loved Medjay. You know, a character doesn't necessarily need to be good for them to be fun, but he's just too bad, and a lot of the time it's just really hard to do a lot on him because of how bad he is, unfortunately. Pains me to do it, but Medjay's going in decent time. Afeera is honestly really fun. I feel like she goes in mostly highs, to be honest. I really enjoy playing Afeera. My main issue with Afeera is that she is just really easy and it gets really boring at times. Her dodge is cool. Like when she came out, I was maining Nobu at the time. I was like, holy shit, like this is my character. Like they made Afeera for me. This character is so cool. I don't know. She is just kind of lame and boring. I don't really like her deflect. It doesn't feel very good. It's not very fun. Her like roll into crushing counters is cool. Feats like make her really survivable. Like you can get crazy anti-ganks on Afeera, and that's a large part of why she's up here. She's just kind of boring at times. Like when I am playing her and I want to play her, she is really fun. So mostly highs for Afeera. All right, Ocelotl. I am feeling mostly lows for Ocelotl. I never play Ocelotl these days. Back in the day when you could chain after a whiffed bash, I loved Ocelotl because you could just run around and just put people in like absurd pressure and then like feint to neutral out of it. His little back dodge stance thing is cool. His fourth feet is cool, but, and you could, before I say this, like you could say, oh, you can just run a different first feet. The fact that you like turn into a ghost when you die, don't really like it. It's like kind of lame. I'd rather just respawn in my spawn. And he's just in general, like Ocelotl is just a very like brain off hero. Like you kind of just run around and press shit. I don't know, like there's just other characters I'd rather do that on if I'm wanting to do that. Like this next character we're gonna get into here. I don't know, I never touch Ocelotl ever since they removed the chain on bash whiff. I don't touch him. He's just not very fun to me. I just don't really like him that much in general. He's annoying. But yeah, Ocelotl, mostly lows. Don't really like Ocelotl. All right, VG. I only have a rep 6 VG, okay? I don't play VG that much, but she's going and having a blast because that character is just so fucking broken, dude. Like, you just get on VG and literally press whatever the hell you want. And when I'm in the mood for that, VG's who I'm gonna lean towards because her recovery full guard is so much fun. Her crushing counters are so much fun. Her actual mix itself is like really fun, even though it's like the same 3 things over and over. Like you just rip people in half. Her externals are crazy. Her like peeling and stuff is pretty good. She's amazing in team fights. She's amazing in ganks. She's amazing in anti-ganks. She's pretty good in duels. She's just, I don't know, VG is just like, I feel gross playing her because she's just so goddamn good. And you like the skill and effort input to reward output is very skewed ratio towards the reward. You don't have to do a whole lot to do good on VG, but playing her and just like surviving, and I don't know, man, she's just really fucking fun when I do play her. I really do enjoy VG. Playing against a VG, I don't enjoy quite as much. A lot of the time I feel like I'm being cheated and that the person I'm fighting is an idiot and they're just winning because they're on VG, but she's fun to play. I enjoy VG quite a lot. No real complaints about playing her. There's never a situation on her or like something that happens where I'm like, damn, this is boring, I hate this. Even though it is really easy, I don't really get bored. She's just so much fun. Sohei or Sohei, however you want to say it. I say Sohei. People get mad at me for that. I don't like Sohei. He's still sitting at a mean rep 3. Back when he was a straight gimmick character where like all he had was the one shot, I did kind of enjoy him just for like the meme attribute, but in reality you get that off like twice a game and it's not like the most fun to sit there when you're not one-shotting someone and be stuck playing Sohei. Now he's kind of just like his one shot exists but it's not insane, and then like the rest of his kit is like pretty good. It kind of took him from like cool gimmicky meme character to just like boring, and like you just go around and do the zone and like the dodge heavy because the hitboxes are crazy, and then you could just use your souls to like heal yourself and never die. He's kind of just a boring but he never dies character. Like it still can be fun to get the souls and get a one shot, but I just really like don't enjoy playing him that much. It really just feels like boring a lot of the time. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about Sohei. All right, Khatun, I'm gonna specifically put here. Khatun and Nobu are definitely the most fun characters to me. They are my favorite. As of late, it's Khatun. Nobushi still gets a little bit of grace just because she's always been like my main. But lately, I've just been playing so much Khatun, and she is just so damn fun, man. Like, there's never a situation on Khatun. I mean, fighting like 2 Jurens at the same time on Khatun is so unfair. Like, that matchup is horrible, especially especially if there's two of them. But even in that situation, I feel like I can always find like a way to win that. And if I lose it, I don't really feel cheated. I feel like I could have won it, even though like it would be really easy to feel like I got cheated. That it is really unfair, but there is just like always something you can do on Khatun. She has so much insane room for like learning and skill. Like her ceiling is just so high, and when she's working, like it feels so good, dude. Just like dodging around in the fight. That's what I always loved about Nobushi, was dodging around in the fight and just like hitting everyone and not getting touched. And the only thing I ever really wanted on Nobu was deflex. Like realistically, they couldn't give Nobu deflex. It makes no sense. But I was like, man, I wish I could like deflect. That would be so fun. That's why I thought Afeera was going to be my character, because, you know, you can dodge around and you can deflect. Khatun is just like, she's everything I could have ever wanted, dude. Being able to just mix the shit out of people. Her anti-gank potential, her feats are like her fourth feat's like the most fun feat in the game. It's so good. I don't know, man. I love playing Khatun so much. She's so much damn fun, and I kind of just want to play nothing but Khatun, but I end up playing other characters. I love Khatun. She is in having a blast. She is like slowly becoming my favorite character. She's already in the top 3, 100%. But I see a world where I rep Hunter my Nobu, and then I just play Khatun for the rest of eternity. All right, now I am gonna go straight to the end here and do Arakure, because Juren and Virt I'm gonna kind of group together. They're gonna get the same rank for the same reason. Arakure is just gonna get, I want to put her in high, low, lows, but I also want to put her in decent time. I'm gonna put her in high, highs, low, lows, because that is kind of the truth with her. I like Arakure when you know you have your full meter and you're like anti-ganking and you're doing the stance, or not the stance, you're doing like the target swap attacks, the lash out attacks. It can be really fun. She's momentum based. When you have like crazy momentum and you're just whooping ass, it feels so fun. But when that momentum gets halted, not very fun. And then when I'm playing Arakure, the whole time in the back of my mind, I'm just thinking to myself, man, I wish I was playing Khatun instead. Arakure is just kind of a watered down Khatun in my opinion. Obviously they're not the same character, but me personally, they scratch the same itch, and Khatun just scratches it so much better. I don't see myself playing a lot of Arakure in the future. I was excited for her. I thought maybe she would scratch the itch better than Khatun. It's just not how it is, unfortunately. And she's just, I don't know. A lot of the time on her, it's kind of just like, am I going to kick or am I going to undodgeable? It's like just that 90% of the time. That is the main super strong thing she has. At this point, I'm finding her to just be more annoying than anything. I really don't like fighting against Arakure, and I really don't like playing Arakure, so she's kind of just like an insect that's flying around in my Dominion lobbies. Hate to say it, because she is like the most healthy release. Like Ubisoft did a great job with her, but you know, when at the end of the day, she's just not the most exciting, to be honest. Now, Virtuosa and Juren. These two are kind of like the forbidden fruits, dude. I love playing both of these characters. It's so fun. I'm putting both of them and having a blast. They're a great time. The only thing is I feel like I'm cheating myself when I play these characters. I feel like I'm a content creator, right? So if I play either of these characters, I feel like nobody is gonna want to watch my clips, because these two characters like damn near play the game for you. Virtuosa, as much as people don't want to admit it, there is like some skill to Virtuosa. Not a lot, but there is some. Specifically, you know, if you're fighting someone who just eats everything you throw at them, like there's no skill, because you're never going to get guard broken, because you can just fucking press whatever. But if you're fighting like good players, you do actually kind of have to think on Virtuosa. And then Juren is just, I mean, you just get on Juren and do literally whatever the fuck you want. Like, it doesn't matter who you're fighting against. If you're on Juren, like they're playing your game, you're setting the pace, you're doing whatever you want, and everyone else in the lobby just has to adapt. His clear is so fun. Both of these characters are just forbidden fruits. Like I like to indulge in them. I don't a whole lot. Like I said, my Juren is still only rep 4 and my Virt has been rep 20 for like months upon months. In the back of my mind, I'm always like, man, I wish I could just play those characters for like the rest of my life. They are really fun. I feel like I'm cheating myself. I feel like playing Virt or Juren is like going to the gym and taking fucking steroids. Like short-term results It feels good. It looks good. It's just, it's really not that rewarding at the end of the day. It's like, okay, man, like I played Juren and I won because it's Juren. Like it felt good when I did it, but I didn't learn anything. I didn't grow as a person. I just got a level on Juren. So, but this is the list. Give me a moment here. I'm gonna organize it, kind of. I'm gonna do my best. All right, so now I have organized the tiers. I didn't spend a super long time on it, but I organized them on, you know, like Sohei being the closest to decent time and Aramusha being the furthest from it. So Medjay, you know, he's pretty close. I do enjoy him. Tiandi, like, definitely deserves this spot. But this is the list. And then these two here specifically are at the very end, just because having fun on them isn't really contingent on the actual character. It's more so that you can just do bullshit on them. But yeah, this is my final tier list. If you sat here this whole time and listened to me fucking yap, thanks. It's been fun. Once again, this is my opinion, and if you guys want more tier lists from me, or if you just have any other ideas in general, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Other than that, it's been fun, boys, and have a good weekend, and have a good night, and go drink water. Yeah, drink water. See ya.